Big Sills, how you doing, man? How are you doing? What Sills got cooking tonight? Huh? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gary Cobb, 4:30, as always, from Fox 29. And at 6 o'clock, Dwayne Rock Johnson will join us. How you doing? How you doing? It's only taken me 100 years. Hey, honestly, it's only taken me 100 years to get him on, man. But just absolutely fantastic. So we can't wait for that. The Rock is going to join us at 6 o'clock here. Truly one of the biggest interviews I've ever done. And what's really cool is I got these emails after the whole thing. And, you know, as people really want to continue to do stuff with us. And they love JAKIB Sports. Everybody made it so easy. So we're going to talk to Rock. That'll be at 6 o'clock. All right. Before that, though, what a great weekend in football, and a lot of identities kind of came out in the early part of the season here. So I pray to God that the Eagles have taken this time to understand who they are. You're a running team. Plain and simple. You're not a passing team. You never will be. You are a running football team. That's your identity. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting it. You're a unique running team that can throw the ball. That's who you are. Embrace it. Stop fighting it. And I'm going to make a point to you on the Dallas Cowboys here in a second. And I'm going to tell you that Nick Sirianni needs to take over the play calling immediately from Brian Johnson. Immediately. He needs to take over immediately. Because I'm going to tell you what's wrong with the offense. Pretty much the same personnel. Jalen Hurts still in the same offense, right? What's different? Kind of the same thing that was different when Frank left. Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz's identity was trying to be changed. And that guy is now completely out of the NFL. Going to get to that here in a sec. I'll tell you something right now about the Dallas Cowboys. You ain't near them after 2 games. The Eagles are not close to being that good. You're not close. And I'm going to make a point to you here. About why Mike McCarthy. I'll tell you one thing about Mike McCarthy, watching him as the play caller. Mike McCarthy's trying to win games. Most offensive coordinators are trying to score points and put yards up. They're not trying to win games. They're auditioning for their next job as a head coach. Hey, look, we could put points up in yards. And that's why all of you out there are doing this. Hey, how come we're not putting the same? Because they changed the identity of the team last year and what they're doing right now. One thing I'll give Shane Steichen was trying to win ball games. He wasn't trying to put gigantic numbers up. He was trying to win ball games. Brian Johnson is trying to put up points and yards. That doesn't necessarily win you ball games. It takes a head. Watching Mike McCarthy, they get in and out of the huddle better. They got a quicker pace to them. I mean, seriously, if you watch the Chargers right now, why do I see the same shit that went on in Dallas that's now with the 0-2 Chargers? Putting up a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns, no wins. It's almost like it's been taken out of Dallas and now put in Los Angeles with the Chargers. Seriously, when I watch Mike McCarthy, there's a pacing to it. Plays are in quicker. There's a rhythm to it. Mike McCarthy has been an upgrade so far in the play calling for the Cowboys. And it's evident when you watch him play. They look better. No. I'm not talking about the hype. I'm talking about how fluid they look. Hey, by the way, Dak's got a new play caller. Jalen Hurts has a new play caller. Why is Jalen Hurts struggling? I thought all you guys told me McCarthy sucked. Shouldn't Dak be struggling more? Hurts is struggling. Hurts is struggling on offense. Both quarterbacks have new play callers. Yeah, get this. Dak ain't struggling. Dak's not struggling. Oh, but the Cowboys are better than you. The Dallas Cowboys are better than the Philadelphia Eagles. Not close. Not close. Especially on defense. You're giving up 340 yards a game in the air. You think you're playing well. By the way, Tagovailoa looks spectacular against that New England defense that Jalen Hurts struggled against. Hey, in the end, I don't know. Maybe Nick did get it right. Tua looks great. Hey, and if I'm the Miami Dolphins and Chris Greer, remember all those people saying that Herbert's the better quarterback? I think he is still. But Tagovailoa's been playing the best quarterback of any person in the league right now in the early start of the season. Hey, you want to hear something, too, if you go 0-2? Just to show you. Well, it's early, Sills. It's 2 games. Well, here, take this stat for you. If you start the season 0-2, you have an 11.5% chance of making the playoffs. In theory, this is since 1990. 11.5% chance of making the playoffs if you start 0-2. How you doing? 11.5. So when people say it's only 2 games, this ain't baseball where you have 170, 50, when you have 5,000 games to play. This ain't baseball. How you doing? Tua's numbers weren't that much better than Hurts. Dude, Jalen Hurts is a one-read quarterback. He can't read defenses. What's Tagovailoa throwing? What's he averaging here now in his first 2 games? What's that dude doing? 357.5 yards a game, and he's got 4 TDs. This guy's throwing the ball for 360 yards. Dolphins look good, dude. They look good. How you doing? Can't read defenses. You know why? RPO is not a read quarterback offense. Here, use your common sense. Some of you don't have it. You know, sometimes the most common thing on the planet is common sense. Most of you don't have it. Here's an RPO. Hike. Turn. Do I hand it off? Do I keep it? Or do I throw? You're not sitting back reading progressions and moving safeties over with your head. When have you ever seen them do that? They make a couple chucks down the field. There's a reason only 3 people have had 70% of the targets on that Eagle team the last 2 years. This guy's not going over the whole defense. Crazy? Every quarterback that you've played against has outplayed Hurts. Mac Jones, Matthew Stafford, or Kirk Cousins, excuse me, outplayed you. Outplayed outplayed you. Hurts has been the lesser player on the field. One read. One read. How you doing? The reason I say this to you now, yeah, you're 2-0. You have no shot playing like this, winning the NFC East with Dallas. Because Dallas is not relying on their offense. Dallas is superior to you in defense. You know, I don't know what it is with Milk Carton, Hassan Reddick, you know. Yeah, oh, he's injured. Okay. I sure hope someone else besides Jalen Carter can put the pressure on the quarterback. Okay? 21 of 30, 249. He has 715 yards in 2 games. Tua's better than Hurts right now. How you doing? Dude, you can keep Jalen Hurts. I would never build my team around that guy. Ever. Ever. I have no faith in that. I have no faith in that quarterback in building a team. You have to have every all-pro there is in the league around him, and you're still struggling. Can you imagine? Dude, I don't know if Xander's heard this yet, but that guy, Patrick Mahomes, is throwing to people that are named after strippers. Sky Moore? What's his name? Skylar Moore? It's like Stormy Daniels. I mean, this guy's throwing to strippers. Chandelier Williams. I don't know. Hey, Champagne Room Stacy. I don't know. This guy's throwing to strippers. Got to be kidding me, man. And he still gets it done. Amazing. 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 Just a great performance so far by Tagovailoa. Now here, we're going to look at week 2 of the NFL, but here's the topic. Dak and the Cowboys are so much better than the Philadelphia Eagles right now. It's not really close. How many Super Bowls has Allen been to? Hey, Jalen has been to as many Super Bowls as Jimmy Garoppolo and Colin Kaepernick and Joe Flacco and Jeff Hostetler. He's been to that many. Okay, so wait. He's 5-2 in the postseason. Are you telling me that you believe that Garoppolo is more accomplished in the postseason than Hurts? Because he is. He's 5-2. So if you want to go on Super Bowl appearances, Jimmy's your guy. Jimmy's your guy. Jimmy G. Jimmy G. Yes, sir, baby. The Cowboys are better than you. Bang! That was a performance. Hey, they killed the New York teams. They absolutely killed the New York teams, man. What did they score in that thing? So let me get this right. They have beat both New York teams 70-10. They're giving up 5 points a game, and you guys are giving up like 30. Jimmy's been in the league 12 years. Well, Jimmy don't make the money Jalen makes. Jalen's a $50 million, one of the top guys in the league. How come he sucks right now? This is why I don't respect your takes. Quite frankly, I'll pull a Dion on you. I don't give a shit what you think, Sway. Whether you like my takes or not, it's irrelevant. You pick and choose how you judge the other quarterbacks. Pick and choose? No. I pick and choose what the league is today. Sway, I don't give a shit what you think my takes are. Matters nothing to me. Whether you respect me or not, I don't care. Because all I need is my kid and my wife to. Whether you do or not is irrelevant. The day you get that, Sway, is when you'll understand me better. I don't care. I never have in my 30. Hey, Sway goes, this is why no one respects your takes. You're right. For 36 years of me being on broadcasting, completely true. I have sucked for 36 years. Yeah. I have sucked for 36 years. I don't care. You are not better than the Cowboys. Your play caller is inferior to the Cowboys. Your defensive coordinator is inferior. Your coaching is inferior. After week 2, here's some takeaways about the Eagles compared to some of the other teams in the NFC East. You have the worst coaching staff in the NFC East. Your quarterback is playing at the level Sam Howell is. He's 2-0 too. Your defense is nowhere near the Cowboys. Tell me I'm wrong. Sills, it's us that can't. Maniac, what does us have to do with whether you like my takes or not? And remember something too, even Maniac is getting a little sideways. Because at the end of the day here, it's sports talk. It's not political talk. Don't get your panties in a bind. Sit back, do some vaping for some of you. Maybe some of you put a bag over your head and breathe deeply for 3 quick breathes, like Sway here. You see, I love Sway. Clown Sileo. You mad, bro? No. Speaking the truth, bro. Come on, Sway. Come with me. I'll help you. Your team is, dude, you're here. If I were to rank the teams in the NFC right now, Cowboys, Niners, Eagles, I guess. Yeah, probably Eagles. 3rd. But it's those 2 teams. And then your boys' team. Eagles have not. Yeah, you're right. They've looked great. They've looked great. How about them Cowboys? Whew, maybe get the helmet up. How about them Cowboys? How about the way Dak's playing? 10 times better than Hurts. He looks way better. Better decision-making. Spreading the ball around. Even with some injuries in the passing game. They're just better. And by the way, your quarterback's getting hit more. They're getting hit. You see Tagovailoa take that Dolphin team up there, sit back there in the pocket, looking over receivers and such. That was a great. He's playing great ball. I hope he stays healthy. Do you understand? That guy, can you imagine if he plays a 17-game season? He'll throw for 5,000 yards. Saban was right to bench Hurts for him. He's better. He is better. When healthy, he's better. How you doing? Nick's right. Nick's right. Dak's playing the best quarterback of anybody in the NFC East right now. By far. By far. Keon goes flip-flop. No, it's not flip-flop. It's player performance, jackass. My takes are not dictated on predetermined dictated takes like Jalen's passing, predetermined throws. My takes are on what players do weekly. That's how you look at things. Sills, who hurt you to make you hate our team so much? I picked you to go to the Super Bowl. You were 10-30 in your career. I don't know what that means. Dak Prescott out of the gate in 2023. Bang! Bang! Boom! God, he's looking good. Cowboys look great. Cowboys look fantastic. Yeah, man. Nick Sirianni needs to take the play calling over immediately because this thing's flopping along. Now you got the Bucs. And I'll say this to you about the Bucs. Not a lot of offense. Who guards Mike Evans on your team? The same guy who gave up 159 yards receiving to Justin Jefferson? Oh, I can't wait to see that. And then Bradbury, thank God you get Bradbury back. Looks like Avonte Maddox is now out for extended time. Could be the whole year. Your linebackers are atrocious. Atrocious. Actually, the Bucs have some pretty good linebackers, a good D-line. I can't wait to see that. That's actually going to be a nice little test. Should be 3-0. Got to go down to Tampa. Shit, you farted around up in New England. You let the Vikings come back in on you. Isn't it crazy? The last two games, you had a 20-point lead and a 16-point lead, and you allowed teams to come back on you. Gee, I wonder why. Because you can't cover anyone. Because you can't cover anyone. That's why. Okay? The Patriots are the top team in the AFC. Keep telling you that. You better hope they are. Hey, for your sake, the way your Eagle offense shit the bed in New England, you better hope they are. Because you sucked in that game offensively. If O doesn't drop 35+ with mini bye, then we are sad. What could possibly be the difference? Let me guess, you're playing better people, better coaches, better defenses. I mean, I wouldn't count Minnesota as a good defense. Flores is a good coach. Shit the bed 2-0. How come when I look at your 2-0 and I look at Dallas Cowboys 2-0, I have a different opinion on your 2-0? You don't look very good. You look as good as the Bucs do. The Bucs are 2-0 also. Hey, the Bucs are 2-0. So wait, hey, that's a good point. Hey, the Bucs are 2-0. Are the Bucs one of the elite teams in the NFC? Oh, they must be, because they're 2-0 like the Eagles. Yeah, that's it. I got it. You'll never beat Josh Allen with that defense. Not happening. Ever. Never happen. Never happen. Shit, the MILF Hunter could probably give you some trouble. I doubt that he'll be still in the game for the Jets at the time. You don't own shit, dude. Dak owns you. Look at those. We own the NFC, and the Cowboys with Dak own you. 8-3, 390 yards a game in 11 ball games, 70% completion percentage, 5 TDs even in a shitty year a year ago. Hey, Xander, I missed that super chat. Can I get that, please? You are such a Hurts hater. I don't know the guy from a can of paint, nor do I give a shit to. I'm telling you what I see. Allen will just throw us the game. You mean like Hurts has the last 2? Actually, 3. 3 turnovers in 3 straight games. Trending in the right direction. Let's see, in the Super Bowl, you had a scoop and score. In the New England game, there was a turnover. And in the Vikings game, you had a turnover. Horrible pass, too, because you can't read defenses. Right? Oh, my God. I told you that I was going to hold off until after week 2. How about the way Brock Purdy's playing? Now, Purdy missed some passes and some open dudes. Hey, it's a divisional game. You're constantly going to see that kind of stuff. They still, though, they got the win. They got the win, the 49ers. Whew, that's another good-looking defense. Shit, your defense is probably around 15 right now. Horrible linebackers, horrible secondary. You're giving up 340 yards a game in the air to Mac Jones and to Kirk Cousins. Holy shit. So you'll admit you're wrong if we beat Allen. Oh, JH, will I ever? Will I ever? Oh, my God. Dude, why is Jalen Hurts struggling? What? He's got more talent than anybody in the NFL around him. Why is he struggling? Answer? Or is it just taking shots at me? If you want to take shots at me, I'm good with it. That just shows me, again, low-hanging fruit. Why is Hurts struggling? Or wait, maybe you don't think he is. Dak has only accounted for 14 points out of the 70 in 2 games, plus the Giants and Jets were cupcakes. So you played against one of the worst defenses I've ever seen in NFL history, that Vikings defense. And you played against Mac Jones. All of a sudden now Mac Jones is elite to you guys? Who have you played? You played 2 teams that won't make the playoffs. The Jets have a shot. Who have you played? You have played a year and 2 games. Nobody's, except for the Super Bowl. Giants suck? No. Yeah, okay, so the Vikings are great. Okay? I'm wrong. Okay. That team has no shot of winning the NFC East right now. That team, the Eagles, has no shot at winning the NFC East. Playing the way they are. None. Looks like the division's not going to be that bad. You laid an egg against that Commander team a year ago. I wouldn't lay another one against them. Cowboys, I don't know. The Cowboys actually may be the best team in the NFL right now. Oh, no. Not the Cowboys. The Cowboys actually might be the best. Is there a team playing better ball right now? It's only 2 games. Like I said, your season could be toast 0-2. In both games, you tried to give the game away with your shitty coaching. Shitty coaching and personnel decisions. Howie had such a banner year this year. Slay said on his podcast, hey, can I get that $10 one, please? I want to get that up here. Xander, that super chat, please. We just need to make a statement with our offense and defense. Yeah, Xander, when you can, put that $10 super chat up. Slay said on his podcast, their philosophy is to get a big lead, then pretty much play prevent the rest of the game, is why Mac and Kirk got garbage time. How dumb is this? Statement by Darius Slay. The Patriots had the ball with a minute left in the game to beat you. So you just think it's to play to the... And then it was a 1-possession game against the Vikings. So truly, you think getting a lead, giving it up, and playing down to your competition is how you're going to win a Super Bowl? Never happened. Bear, they may be able to turn the offense around, but to be real, they did not address the defensive personnel, and they're going to pay for it. There's always next year, just being real. That defense is not good enough. Come on, Sills. Bring the Cowboys helmet out, baby. 2023. Nah. Hey. Shooter, the reason I can't is because Xander knows, man. It's got this like juju that throws my internet up. And so when the Cowboy helmet hits around when I got it up here, man, I actually had to move it into a different room because I kind of believe in, like, the Maloik and all that. So I had to kind of like move it around a little bit and send it into another room, or I can't have it, dog. I can't have it. So I had to leave. Hey, when we hung it up last year, Xander goes, "Come on, hey, dog. Look, I love your stuff, but come on, man. Just not happen. Just can't do it." And I'm with him on it too, because for like a week, the entire internet went out, and I said, "Yeah, we're gonna move the helmet." Then after that, it was there. We go. Okay. Look, I hate the Cowboys. Go Birds, but we have to be realistic. The Cowboys are the best team in the NFL. Let's ask that question. Who's the best team in the NFL right now? Eagles, Cowboys, Dolphins. Eagles, Cowboys, Dolphins. I don't know. I look at the Ravens. I'm still not going like this with the Ravens. Wow. I'm not doing this with the Ravens. Ravens are 2-0. I don't know. 49ers. Dolphins have the best wins. That's a great one, Micah. That's a great take. That's a great take. That's a great take. You're right. They got the best wins. That's a good way to look at that. That's a great way to look at that. You're right. The Dolphins so far have dominated. I mean, dude, I was shocked what they took apart the Chargers, and then they went up to Belichick and they took care of business. And it wasn't like they were running the ball. They're not a one-dimensional. Well, they are kind of one-dimensional, but it's on Tua's arm. You're never winning games with Jalen Hurts' arm. You're going to win it with his legs, then his arm. That's who he is. Okay? Now, again, I want to back this all up here and say this, though. Still, dude, guys, at the end of the day, Hurts does something that's very unique. He's the best passing Wildcat quarterback in NFL history. The only thing I can hope for is the Cowboys blow it as an Eagle fan. Bear, which is very possible, because the owner gets in the way of Dak and everything else in the building. I'm telling you, one of the most impressive things so far in the first 2 weeks of the season has been the play calling of Mike McCarthy. And you know what else? He has shown you he's a better head coach play caller than Sean Payton. Big Sills, we are fortunate enough to be 2-0 with all these circumstances, but we do have a chance to get better. Yes, you do, Ace. Ace, I want to pull everything back here for a second. Remember what I said to you? The offense can't stumble out of the gate. The defense, this is exactly what I said. And we were going back and forth, and Tony, even I were trying to tell you. That defense is not going to be good until around week 8. All right? That's when it's going to kind of get its footing. But the offense can't limp along and struggle, and it is. And that's why these games are closer. Because the offense, dude, don't tell me, well, we have a different play caller. The Cowboys do too. And they've upped their game. You can't use that as an excuse. Well, Brian Johnson's not a good play caller. I thought Mike McCarthy wasn't. Look at Debbie. Sills is a closet Cowboy fan. I don't give a shit about the Dallas Cowboys. I don't care about any team. I root for greatness. This is where you get an unbiased opinion, Debbie. Because I'm an equal offender. I'm an equal offender. And I'll praise you equally. Don't care. You know, again, like I told you guys before in the past, when I was a kid, I might have rooted for the Giants. I don't give a shit about the Giants today. I get friends in all organizations. It's probably why I don't really care. Max calls me a liar. You don't know me well enough to call me a liar, dog. call somebody a liar, you got to actually kind of know them. You don't know me well enough. So stop pretending. You think you do. You think you do. Okay? You think you do. Keon likes that word flip-flop. Did you flip-flop on Carson Wentz? Let me guess. No. So you would just bold-faced lie to people. 99.9% of the Eagle fans have lied for the last 6 years. You want to know your lie and your two biggest lies? Here are your two biggest lies. I hated the Jalen Hurts second-round pick. And boy, Carson Wentz is a franchise quarterback. Who's lying now? Did you flip-flop on those two? Or let me guess. You're trying to revise history. Like you see our current White House. You'll do whatever to change your own narrative. Is that it? I'll show you. When you say something to me about there's no such thing as flip-flopping in sports. A player either plays well and continues his greatness, or he doesn't. That's truth. My takes are not in cement because sports is not in cement. Sills doesn't discriminate. Much respect, my friend. Thank you, Ace. See, sports is not in cement. The only thing that's in cement is scoreboard. Is scoreboard. Everything else changes with players and how. Michael Jordan, the narrative on Jordan, couldn't win titles. All he could win is scoring championships. That dude will never win. Well, narrative changed. Were you supposed to stick there with your same narrative that Jordan couldn't win titles? Jordan won a title, what was it, for 9 years or 7 years? But when he started winning, that narrative changed. Greatest champion of all time. Oh, okay. Whatever, guy. I don't need to explain myself to you. So the Pat shut down Dolphins. Hill 5 for 40 yards and Waddle 4 for 86. They needed to run the ball to win. If you think that Jalen Hurts is playing better than Tua Tagovailoa, again, you're high. You're high. Dak is killing it. Good for Dak. Has the hardest job in American sports. Being the face of the Dallas Cowboys. That's the hardest job in American sports. Used to be playing center field for the Yankees. Now it's the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. You got a crazy-ass owner. You got the number one rated television shows on TV every week. Do you know that? The Cowboys are the number one rated TV show every flipping week. No matter who they're playing. They could be playing Temple. It wouldn't matter. 19-1, LJ says. What's it gotten you? Silver medal. Congratulations to you. Keep it up, kid. This ain't college football. No one cares about 19-1. They care if you win the last game of the year. What do you think this is? The Big 12? Danny Dimes came up big yesterday. He did, especially in the second half. 19-1. This guy sounded like he's playing in the Big 12. Hey, here's your participation medal for that 19-1. Congratulations to you. Scoop and score. Dude, nobody cares about records. They care about rings. Your legacy is built in what you do in the postseason, not 19-1. Shit, the guy in Baltimore has one of the greatest win percentages. He's 0-1 in the postseason, Lamar Jackson. He's 0-1. But he's like 48-16 or something. What's it got to do with anything? 19-1 and a silver medal. Congratulations. Keep kicking it, kid. Don't hey, don't kind of don't hurt my reputation, Eagle fans, that you guys reach for the ultimate instead of settle for the common. Okay, because you're hurting my opinion of Eagle fans if you're happy with he's happy with 19-1 and no Super Bowl. Records don't matter. Why are you always talking 8-3? Because that's a trend versus you. What? Are you under the impression Dak doesn't own you? Dak has 398 yards and 2 TDs in 2 games. That's killing it? Yeah, because he doesn't have to do anything with that fabulous defense. And what did he have, 4 incompletions last game? Jalen Hurts couldn't throw it through a barn door right now. They took the ball out of his hands in the Minnesota game and ran the ball 50 times. Who runs the ball in the NFL 50 times today? Seriously, I thought I was watching the Naval Academy and Navy Army at the link. Am I right? Xander was like 50 carries. Who does that? It's like the 1973 Auburn rushing attack versus Alabama in the Iron Bowl. 2 teams running the ball for 50 times. Who runs the ball 50 times? Who runs the ball 50 times? But a team with a shitty quarterback. That's what the Jets should have did, actually. That's what the Jets should have did. 48 carries. Sorry, Joseph. I have to remember, to be actually right. To the point. Right. Because the Vikings couldn't stop it. Okay? So wait a minute here. You have no passing game. Whatever, dude. Here. What have you done in these days as you get ready for the Buccaneers? What have you done to right your offense? What have you done? You actually got worse on defense. You lost Maddox now. Who'd they sign to a practice squad guy? How he's not going to have the same luck. You're already not having the same luck health-wise. 2-0, no explanation needed. That's it, Callie Green. You're going against another 2-0 team, too, the Buccaneers. Yeah, you and the Bucs have a lot in common. You guys look alike. 18 points you scored against New England? Yeah, it's about right. Guys look good. Sills, I love you, but damn. 2 weeks in time. Hey, hold on here. There's only 17. See what Maniac just did? Only 2 weeks. Excuse me. So that we could put this in proper perspective, there's only 17 of these things. This is good. We need whatever. Hey, there's only 17 of these. Maniac, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 17. Count with me. There's not 50 or 60 of these. There's 17 of these. You're almost through the first quarter pole of the season. 4 quarters, a little more now because of the 17th game. Try a little arithmetic. Nights at Passaic Community College would help Maniac a little bit, Maybe a couple arithmetic classes. Maybe that'll help you out a little bit. Or a calculator. Xander could probably help you out. Undefeated, baby. Bucks are undefeated. Yes, sir, baby. Who's Nick Wright? Never heard of him. Who's Nick Wright? You make it sound like I know these loser people that are on the. I know a few dudes. Wentz flopped on us. But not Jalen. He'll never. He's my knight in shining armor. He's the best guy I've ever seen in Philadelphia sports history. Quite frankly, that's nice and all. It's good when you put it on the Parade magazine inside the Inquirer on Sundays. What a good dude he is. Kissing babies' heads, signing autographs. That's great shit. I just want you to win a Super Bowl. It's great that we're all nice. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. And I'm not saying it's not. But really, at the end of the day, I don't know that guy from a can of paint, nor do I give a shit. Prick, I live 10 minutes from Passaic Community College. Maniac, man. It's all good, brother. 19-1, trending strong. Yeah, man, as long as you're on the podium, right? I'm with you. How about them Cowboys? Look at Jimmy over there, man. Every time I saw Jimmy, we were talking about it. Sirianni's got to take the play calling over. Your boy Brian Johnson's not cutting it. He's trying to score points and put yards up on the board. He's not trying to win games. That's one thing Steichen did. They were going to win games, and they didn't give a shit how it looked. Whether Hurts threw for 140 yards or whether they ran the ball 70 times. But what they did was they had an identity. The Eagles don't have an identity right now. And they're fighting their identity because their identity is a power running team. It's been a power running team for 30 years. Now you're trying to turn Jalen Hurts into some drop back guy, which he is not. Even Saban saw it. And you're fighting your identity. Listen, I'll give Carson Wentz more of a buy and an alibi because Frank left and the talent left around Wentz. What's Jalen's excuse? What's Jalen's excuse for his number one wide receiver barking at him going, I'm wide open? Dude, I'm wide open. Your own people are bitching at him. You're going, Seals is making this up. Well, was AJ? So wait, who's making it up about Hurts? Both AJ Brown and myself? I never picked Jalen Hurts to win the MVP. I picked Josh Allen to win it. I never did that. Seals, you're not on the sideline. Shut up. No, you're right. That was probably a friendly conversation over, the fact that someone didn't pick the tip up at dinner. I'm probably thinking that's what it was. Yeah. How come there's discord in Philly and in Dallas? Everyone's like the best team. Now, here, we're going to look at week 2 of the NFL at the top of the hour. Who's the best team in the NFL right now? Who's the best team in the NFL right now? Who's the best? Say it with me. Come on, you pancake eating. Say it with me. Who's the best team in the NFL right now? Come on now. Say it with me. Oh, and by the way, I have to say this, and I'm really happy that Xander's here. I'm not going to name a name, but somebody on our network told me how great Justin Fields was going to be. That guy blows out loud. He's not getting better. It's not happening. It's not happening. And he runs 4.4s. Wow, that guy runs a 4.4. Can he read a defense? That answer would be no. So you could take Justin Fields and put him in the great trash can of Ohio State quarterbacks that have imploded in the NFL. They have never had a decent quarterback ever. And I say that, ever play in the NFL that was decent. Okay, decent. Wait, let's see. Kirk Krenzel, is that his name? Art Schlichter? What else? Who else? Fields is exactly what Hurts isn't. They want Justin Fields to be Jalen Hurts. Here's the difference. Jalen can throw the ball. Fields can't. He's no better than Taysom Hill. And the Bears are fighting it. Justin Fields is Taysom Hill. Tyrod Taylor's better than him. Teddy Bridgewater is better than him. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater is a Pro Bowler. That guy will never, only way he's going to the Pro Bowl is if he buys a plane ticket. Okay? Justin Fields sucks. Dude, Jalen Hurts is superior to that guy. I mean, I actually heard people on Speak for Yourself comparing Justin Fields to Jalen Hurts. I said, that's an insult. There's nothing remotely close to the two. Maybe because Fields is a better open field runner than Jalen. Maybe. But Fields is not close to Hurts. Hurts is an actual quarterback that wins some games. A lot of games. That guy's 5-22 as a starting quarterback in Chicago. He's 5-22. 5-22. Now, that's an indictment also on that stupid-ass organization the Chicago Bears are. They're not helping. Well, they went out and got DJ Moore. And that, hey, how about that kid, too, that Claypool kid? Dude, that kid Claypool is a disaster in Chicago. He lays down on plays and quits on plays. I'd fire his ass. Plays not his side, he quits. Like, Quez Watkins is better than Chase Claypool. Quez Watkins is better than that. Or, I'll take that back. I trust Quez more than him. I trust Quez more than that guy. That's for damn sure. Okay? JM goes, I'd rather have Bieniemy over Johnson. Too late now. You guys had these training wheel coaches in here. You thought you were going to do it 2 years in a row. You thought you were going to retool the roster 2 years in a row the way you have. Okay? 5-22 doesn't matter. Okay, Jay Quest, but I'll say this to you. Over those 27 games, that guy showed no improvement. In 27 games, Jalen Hurts has shown improvement. That guy's shown nothing. 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 I mean, I don't even want to continue. By the way, just to show you how important coaching is, the most overrated coach in National Football League right now is Sean Payton. But the scapegoat's going to be Russell Wilson. Okay? So let me get this right. You're paying Sean Payton $20 million. And you're paying the other guy $48. You got $68 million in a boatload of first-round draft choices that's been surrendered for Peyton and Russell Wilson. That thing is a bigger train wreck than the Trey Lance disaster. Completely. Okay? McVay, the guy in Los Angeles with the Rams, that guy's a good coach. That's coaching. That's a damn good coach. Because that shitbox of a roster the Rams have, for them to even be in games. Hey, by the way, that game now with the Eagles, that Rams game, that'll be competitive. You know why? Because the Viking game was. Rams are probably better than the Vikings. They got a better head coach, that's for damn sure. So, look, the games that you thought were going to be kind of like, I know the Eagle fans, walkovers, Bucks and Rams. Shit, man. Patriots and Vikings, you guys had to play till the last minutes of the game. They were last possession games for both teams. Both teams had a chance to put you away. Not like the Dolphins. Dolphins put teams away, and the 49ers did too. We're going to look at week 2 of the NFL. We are. That'll be at the top. Whew. How come you got, hey, I respect the Eagle fans in here right now. You know why? Because it's so hard for you to say this with me. The Dallas Cowboys are better under Mike McCarthy than they were under Kellen Moore. The Cowboys have a better defense than you, better special teams than the Eagles, a better offense than you. Say it with me. It will help you get over your anxiety attacks. It's only the Bucks this week. I wouldn't be afraid. They're 2-0 too. I wouldn't be nervous because you're supposed to kill them. Say it with me. How many points you think you beat the Bucks by this week? By the way, oh yeah, I'll take a look at the Bucks here in a minute at the top of the hour as well. Say it with me. Are the Bucks, are the Cowboys better than Philly right now? Now, I am going to do this. Sills, early part of the season. Would you rather be better in September or in January going into the playoffs? Of course. But do you think that personnel side of the football field, by the way, again, I think it is chemistry on offense for Philly. I think you got personnel issues on defense. How he's signing these people, to the practice squad roster, it ain't going to help over there. This shit should have been addressed in the offseason. Damn, Sills, you're right. Again, I was being insecure. Nicholas goes, this guy's talking nonsense. So he believes the Eagles are better than the Cowboys right now. Who's talking nonsense now? You don't have a better front and a better overall group. Their secondary is 10 times the secondary you have. Stephon Gilmore has been electric. Like Stephon Gilmore, 2000, that's what Stephon Gilmore looks like back there now. He looks fabulous. Fabulous. Remember, he was the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. He looks fabulous. Hey, LJ, you know what? It's an easy go-to, low-hanging fruit. Congratulations to you, dude. Doesn't bug me no more. It really doesn't. Because you don't know me or anyone that does. So you can call me anything you want. You don't know me from a can of paint. Say it with me. Who's a better play caller, Mike McCarthy or Brian Johnson? Shit, or Nick Sirianni. So the Cowboys have the advantage in coaching over you. Quarterback's playing better. Their offense is playing better. Now, Zach Martin did get hurt. Okay? Dan Quinn, you know what? I'm going to say this to you about, I think Sean Desai's not doing that bad a job with some of the deficiencies that he has on defense on that side of the ball. I actually don't think he's doing that poorly. He has no linebackers. He's very youthful in the safety position. He had to play a game without Bradbury, and they're 2-0. I personally don't think he's done that poor job. They're just not as talented. And, you know, Jalen Carter's great and looks like he's going to be a beast. But Reddick has been a no-show. Last game, he pressured the quarterback. That's not fair. Zach Cunningham played a little better. He did. Played a little better. Okay? That's a fact. We're going to look at the Bucs. Okay? We're going to look at the Bucs. Also, week 2 of the NFL. Gary Cobb will join us at the bottom of the hour from Fox 29 in Philadelphia. Do not forget, folks, we really appreciate all that you've done here with us when it comes to our Hooters friends, the official home of the National Football Show. Just a couple of weeks, we're going to be at the King of Prussia one, and we can't wait to meet so many people. I get texts and emails on people that are going to be coming in to see us. Look, all 7 locations in the Northeast area. Go to northeasthooters.com. Enjoy tonight's doubleheader when it comes to Monday Night Football, too. You don't want to go into any one of the locations. Go to hooterstogo.com. Take the food home. Put it in your own crib. Get into the locations, though, man. You're going to love it. Tuesday, buy 10 wings, get 10 boneless free. Wing Wednesdays, a 40-year tradition that you have at the Wing House. 40-year tradition, 1983, all you can eat. Kids eat for free on Saturdays. On top of that, make sure you go to northeasthooters.com for you to find one of the 7 locations nearest you. And when you roll into any one of the Hooters, do me a favor. You tell them Big Sil sent you.